Okay, so we are calling to order the February 12th, 2024 meeting of town council. There was an executive session held beforehand at 6:30 to discuss personnel matters. At this time, can we all please rise for the pledge of allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 3 on the agenda is announcements. First announcement is Northland Public Library will host the 2024 Garden Gala on Saturday, April 20th, 2024. Tickets went on sale February 1st. Please see their website or Facebook page for those tickets. Another announcement we have is the McCandless North Allegheny Heritage and Cultural Center will host a presentation on 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's on Thursday, February 22nd, from 6 to 7 p.m. Does anyone else on council have any announcements? Pending none, we will move on to public comment on agenda items only. Please come forward, state your name and address, and you will be limited to 5 minutes.
Okay. Ellen Wright, 9635 Old Coomer Road, Allison Park, PA 15101. I'm curious about 8C. I looked to see, it's about the tree chipper. I looked to see if there was anything in the accompanying documents, and I didn't see anything about the tree chipper. And I'm kind of curious that if there's an expenditure for $70,000, why there's nothing in the materials showing what the need is for a tree chipper. I probably have the same question about the excavator in 8D, but since I don't really know what an excavator is, I don't want to embarrass myself by saying I'm not sure what the need for the excavator is, because I don't really know what one is. But I don't see any documentation for either one in the prepared materials, and their expenditures that are about close to $200,000. So thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Are there any other public comments at this time? Okay, moving on, we need to approve the previous town council minutes. They were sent out in your packet. Are there any amendments or changes from anyone on council? None? Then can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Mr. Hall,
Second.
seconded by Mrs. Clune. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Reports of committees. I'll turn it over this time to our Public Safety Committee, Mr. Wall.
Good evening, everybody. Staff reports, chief's report. Welcome, chief.
Thanks, sir. Good evening, everybody. Little bit short this month, not because we weren't busy. We grabbed whatever training we could, engaged the citizens whenever we could. I wanted to call to your attention one training in particular that I was part of, as well as Detective Sergeant Egley and Sergeant Ewing. It's a trilogy put on by FBI LEDA. They're all week-long trainings, and it goes up from first line supervisor to your second line supervisor to executive command. And I think it was invaluable training. We got the first week under our belts. We're going to continue to see that through and get the entire trilogy. I think that those two are a couple of my command staff that are going to be part of the solution here for many years to come. So I think the value is there to have them trained along with me. So I wanted to call that to your attention. Other than that, as you folks can see, there's other things. I'm happy to answer your questions, like sovereign citizen training, SRT and K9. You see that probably about every month, and some prescription take back, things like that sort of thing.
Any questions? Council?
Yes, ma'am.
Curious, with sovereign citizen, is that something that our officers encounter on a?
It is, I would call it infrequent, ma'am, but they're out there. I, could sit here and tell you about my own interactions, and they are challenged.
I'm sure.
And obviously that's why the training's out there in areas you may or may not even realize, whether it's a traffic stop or you're called to maybe a local post office. and they're recording. And they're trying to challenge whether or not you have authority in the post office
Wow.
as a municipal police officer, things like that, where they're trying to trip you up.
Thank you.
Anything else, folks?
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, folks.
Fire
Thank you.
Marshal's report.
Evening, everybody. In my report, I don't have anything to add. Hopefully y'all received the January monthly report, but also the year-end numbers for the 2023 report. So if anybody has any questions, I'll try and answer them for you.
You're gonna be able to get the grant in for the stores.
Man, I was hoping you were gonna. answer
Uh,
that.
you knew I would.
Would you like an update?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Things are moving along actually pretty well. Actually better than expected. So, everything's good with the grant writer. I've been working with a couple of the manufacturers, Westview Water, on getting the list of the parts, what we need, as well as pricing. But to me, it sounds like, including Bob from Westview Water, that the one vendor, their products should be able to fit all our hydrants.
Excellent.
So again, we'll see what happens, but we're moving along.
Thank you very
Any
much.
other questions from council? Thank you.
Thank you.
Building permit report.
Voting reports in your packet. If you have any questions, I will do my best to answer.
Thank you. Liaison reports, personnel board. The information, the meeting minutes are in your packets. Does anybody have any question? Mr. Hart, volunteer firefighter steering committee.
We had a quarterly volunteer firefighter steering committee meeting. And the minutes are in your packet.
Mr. Casey, the Channel Franklin Park Ambulance Authority.
The minutes are in your packet. I'm here for it.
Are they?
They should be. They're
They're
not.
not. Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
I'll get
I,
to you.
I wasn't sure if I was the only one missing them. Thank you.
I'll get them to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Were you at the last meeting?
I was.
New ideas for raising money?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm morphed. I was thinking of the MTSA.
That meeting.
I have my glasses on.
Wrong meeting.
Wrong meeting.
Wrong meeting.
Okay.
Any
But
public-
it was an organizational meeting, so the nature was to get new officers, et cetera.
Any public comment on public safety? That being said, I'd like to turn it over to the Mr. Hunt.
The reports for the facilities management, esteemed leader of our Public Works Department, Jeff.
Hi, how are you? Just a couple quick things. The HVAC phase one is done, finished up Friday. It's operational. Phase two started today. We're hoping to have that done around March 25th. After that, we'll be downstairs. The camera system for Devlin and Town Hall, we're about 60%. Hoping to have that hopefully by the middle of March to be completed. And then I will be putting in a request to start wall park cameras. 2024 paving program, the specifications and bid packets are done. You folks approved the list that will go out Wednesday. The bid packet, the advertisement will be in the Post Gazette February 22nd and 29th, and then the Pittsburgh Courier on the 21st and 28th. We're gonna have a bid opening March 25th at 10 a.m. And if all goes well, get this awarded and get it started sometime in late May. One thing with the paving program, this year we did a total, we finished it a couple days ago, but we did a total reassessment of all town roads. They're all scaled from 1 to 5. we got accurate data. I put together a spreadsheet to help us assess how we want to move forward with the frequency of in which we pave. Brian's actually looking that over before we give it to you folks, but just wanted to gauge a real number on what we need to budget for whatever year we want to do a 15-year or 20-year. But I'll pass that along. Vestal and Wall Park playgrounds. All the specs, drawings are done. We're doing the excavation in-house. That will be starting in March. I should have the spec out the beginning of March. I'm hoping to have it awarded sometime in late March and have the playgrounds, the actual playground equipment itself installed sometime in late May. And the last thing are the Arley grant and Green Lake O grants for the signals. We did meet with Gateway last week to discuss the Arley grant for finalizing equipment. I'm hoping to have something ready to go out to bid probably within the next 2 or 3 months. And the Green Lake Go, which is the total replacements, we're hoping to at least have something submitted solid by sometime around May. So that's it. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Hart, do you want to keep us going through liaison reports?
Sure. Sorry, liaison report, environmental advisory committee, Nick.
Your meeting minutes are in your packet. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Liaison report ad hoc technology committee.
There's no meeting, but I'm going to call, I'm going to call the chairman and request a meeting, simply because we haven't met.
Okay. Liaison reports ad hoc stormwater management committee, Jason.
We had a meeting. I don't think the minutes made the packet, but we did have a meeting. They'll be in the next month's packet. Met with council members, our engineers, as well as staff, working through things about where we're going with stormwater policy in the town, both public and private, as well as grant updates and dam safety, things to those effect. Exciting times ahead, nothing major at the moment, but we are moving forward. Please look forward to those minutes in the future here, hopefully at the next meeting and the one after. Okay, if there's any questions, by all means, you can reach out and ask.
Public comment on facilities management. Seeing none, turn this over to Ms. Flynn.
Thank you. For the reports of the Services Committee, we'll start with liaison reports, the McCandless Township Sanitary Authority, Mr. Casey.
The last 2 meeting minutes are in your packet.
Yes, they are.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
Who's ready?
And the Northland Public Library Authority, Mr. Giorgetti.
Meeting minutes are also in the packet. Any questions, let me know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And do we have any public comment on the services? Hearing none, we'll pass it back to Mr. Singer.
Okay, that takes us to old business, which I do not believe we have any to discuss. And will then take us to new business. The first item up here, I'll let Brian kind of tee that one up.
So there's property off of Highland Road that is owned by Meat Development Corporation. They are a developer that did some residential development in the 70s nearby. And they have a parcel of land that they offered to donate to the town. We did our due diligence through our engineers to make sure that the property was environmentally okay for us to accept. And so this is an opportunity for the town to take some property, make sure that it doesn't get developed in the near future, and offer a green space savings and talk about any passive future recreation options that could exist, or stormwater facilities that would be helpful.
There's a stormwater facility right below, correct?
Yeah, there,
Actually on it, yeah.
yeah, there is a stormwater facility that we already own that is on the property and have an easement to, which is one of the reasons why they also struggled with trying to unload it for a dollar amount.
Gotcha.
Trying to figure out where this is located.
Directly downstream of the Glens. above the two houses that were just built.
Okay,
And then that section of valley between those two houses and the blends.
okay.
I need a motion as read from this page. If there, somebody's willing to make that motion.
I'll be willing to
Mr.
try. I'd like to make a motion to accept the donation of lot and block number 714F360 from Meth Development Corporation and to authorize the town manager, town attorney, and the president of council to take all necessary actions to formally accept the donation on behalf of the town of McCandless.
There a second?
Second.
Second, Ms. Clunin. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Next up on here is the emergency operations plan. It was previously sent, it is the same as the 2022 plan. This is just a housekeeping item basically to continue its passage for the town. I had spoken recently with Mr. Wisner. He is leading that charge. And it feels comfortable with everything there is. We can bring him up if there's any questions about it. If
Mr.
necessary.
President, I make a motion to adopt tentatively identified resolution number 2 of the 2024 series approving, adopting and placing into immediate effect the 2024 edition of the emergency operations plan of the town of McCandless, PA.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Georgetti. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Thank you. Item number C is a purchase of a mere tree chipper. This was asked for by Public Works. Anything more to add?
That's a replacement that will be able to handle situations better. We use these a lot of times in situations where trees come down during storms or not during storms across our roads. We're also maintenance at our parks and other facilities that this is an essential tool for the Public Works Department to have. And this is an update for a safer and modern piece of equipment.
I'll make a motion.
Casey,
Motion to approve the purchase of Vermeer totable tree chipper for the Department of Public Works through Surfwell contract number 031721 for an amount not to exceed $70,000.
is there a second? Is
Second.
there any discussion?
Yes. What are we doing with the old chipper? Is that being sold?
What's that? I'm
Is the
sorry.
old chipper being sold?
Most likely, yeah. So put it on the municipal.
So we'll offset some of the cost.
This is
I
a
don't know what
budgeted,
The other ones were.
yeah, there's not a whole lot there, but this was a budget amount that was planned for.
Okay, thank you.
All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. The next item is similar. It's a Kubota excavator. My understanding is this will help to replace the aging backhoes in the fleet. Again, a replacement type of item used to dig our pipes, catch basins and those items.
Yeah, an excavator is what you see when there's a bucket in the ground digging a hole. We have 3 backhoes total. This one gives us a little bit bigger of an extension in situations that we need. And because of the backhoes we have that are aging, this is a better piece of equipment to extend the life of the equipment we need to use for the Public Works Department.
So is that being used? Forgive me, but that is necessary because of the work that we're actually doing with this. Is that correct?
Yeah, stormwater, including pipes that we put in the road before we pave. Really anything that we're in the ground in, this gives us, the size of this gives us a little bit better leverage than the backhoes do.
The playgrounds.
The playgrounds, you might use the mini excavator for some of those depending on the situation, but
And we have been in the past renting this equipment, is that, or subbing this work out, so this will eliminate
Years ago,
that.
it was previously subcontracted out.
Mhm.
There's, yeah, so it's
Right.
better to bring it
I'll make a motion.
Good.
Yeah.
house.
Motion to approve the purchase of a Kubota KX80-2S2R3A excavator with buckets and thumb for the Department of Public Works through Sourcewell contract number 031121 for an amount not to exceed $113,000.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is Second, Mr. Casey. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is appointments for Environmental Advisory Committee. Mr. Giorgetti as liaison, would you like to make that motion?
I would. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Bernie Lynch as a member of the Environmental Advisory Committee for a term to end on August 31st, 2026.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Wall. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. The next item up is talking about Personnel Board. We would like to make it a formal request, that council looks into, creating a updated police officers hiring list. So this would be the motion to put that forth.
I'll make a motion to authorize the personnel board to create the updated police officers hiring list.
Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Second, Mr. Hart. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. At this time in the meeting, is there any public comment for non-agenda items? Then at that time, we will adjourn this and we will have executive session to discuss personnel matters. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Holy smokes.